And I think the research that I did really helped me, like really helped me with this project. And
Okay.
yeah, so, sorry. So my project basically is a HIV like mutation resistance tracker, and basically it tracks the resistance of different HIV mutations, and it tries to give you the best recommendations for treatment based on the mutations. So before we get into it, we need to talk about what like HIV and how it still afflicts millions of people a year, even though we still have this treatment. And the thing is, HIV can be very deadly if left untreated. And the reason why I wanted to do this project was so people can live more fulfilling lives. And yeah, that's the main reason why I wanted to do this project. So my problem statement is that knowing that these mutations occur and can mutate very rapidly, I was wondering how we could get patients, or like how we can determine the best possible treatment for patients based on their specific situation. So right now, as HIV multiplies, it makes mutations, and these mutations can resist the therapy and the medications that people get, and the mutations, and each mutation like resists a certain drug. So we need to keep that in account when helping treat others. So the solution is an HIV um, resistant mutation resistance tracker. So so when we identify that this person has HIV and the mutations that they have, my my application draws or gets its information from from Stanford's HIV drug resistance database, and with an AI assistant, it tries to help you determine the best course of action for the treatment that you need to help you fight this mutation. And let's get right into it. Okay, so this is the landing page for the website, and when we open it up, sorry, it it's just going to take a second. When we open it up, it will ask for like patient information, and then it will show a bunch of stuff based on the mutations that they have. Okay, and okay, so as you can see here on the left, this is all the patient information. So right here, you could put their name or their ID. And then right here is where you put the specific mutations. Or if you have a file of the mutations that the person has, you could drop it in this area right here. And if you know your patient has specific classes of mutations, then you can choose which ones you want to target over here. Okay, so now we have the dashboard. So right here, the fitness score, this is the mutation's ability to replicate and mutate. It starts at 1 and it decreases by 0.4 for every mutation. And if it's critical or high, it'll decrease more. But so a lesser number is good. This means that the mutation will be less likely to replicate, but there's still a very strong chance that it can. resistance probability is saying whether or not the mutations will resist the treatment that we give them. And observed markers is just showing how many mutations that we've identified in the person's body. So down here, we have this heat map. On the x-axis, we have the classes of mutations, and over here, we have the attributes. So and right here, we have a color coder. And as you can see from here, since it's in the blue area, this means that it's not a current threat. It's not gonna be very deadly in any way. But once we get down to orange and red, this is where it gets pretty bad. So as we can see here, for the K103N mutation, this drug right here, it is almost an absolute certainty that the mutation will resist the effects of this drug. And right here, the M184V mutation, since it's high, it shows that there's a high chance that this mutation will resist the drug. Then down here, we have clinical guidance, which allows you to export a summary of all this information in a notebook file. Like, I'll just like open that up. It'll just show your patient ID, the mutations, how many were detected, and the risk of the medicine not being able to, or the drugs not being able to um, resist the mutation. And we also put in, I also put in where this information is found. And also I put in an AI chatbot, so it can help you understand what these different mutations are or explain anything and summarize the patient's overall risk. So we can explain what the impact is on here, and it just gives you a rundown of what the mutation is and how it affects the drug efficacy. And yeah, that's about it for my project.
All right. So the statement is really interesting and it's really crucial. So and sensitive. So tell me about some if you have any future plans for this project.
I didn't have a lot of time. I just my right now the dashboard of the website is kind of like basic. I think I want it in the future. I kind of want to like put everything in sections to organize everything a little bit better. And
Mm-hmm.
also, I think it'd be crucial to like get information from more than one source. So if I had more time and in the future, I will get other HIV related mutation sources and integrate that into my project as well.
Okay, that's interesting. So yeah, I have few questions for you
Yes.
about the project. So who do you envision using this tool? Like, are researchers using this tool? Are patients using this tool?
I envision college students. I envision high school students taking an AP class in biology. I envision hopefully doctors being able to use this tool to save others, or if people can't afford to see a doctor, they can use this tool to get recommendations on what they should do, and then they could go see a doctor. So
Mm-hmm.
that's what I want this tool to be used for, or and who it should be used for.
Okay. So that's really nice that you know about your users. So actually, I'm asking all this because there was another student in last cohort who built something around medical misinformation. She is now taking the project forward and getting it to real users and changing the project according to what the user feedback is. And if hopefully she'll publish research on it. So if you're planning to take it forward, you should definitely try,
Okay.
uh, taking it to users and getting something publishable out of this.
Okay.
So yeah, that could be a really good step. So my last question for you would be, since it's a sensitive thing, it's around healthcare and medicine. So the ethical considerations are a big thing. So have you thought anything around that?
Um, I actually have not thought about anything around that. I will look more into it when I get a chance, and I will try to come back to you with more information on that.